Welcome everyone to NRL Fantasy Gurus. We're here at Fantasy HQ. Got another big week. Bit of a poor showing last week, I think, for most people. So we're hoping we can bounce back with some full strength squads finally. We got some 4 trades to work with this week, so you haven't noticed that. You got 4 trades, so use them wisely. I forgot last week to put up our fantasy scores and rankings, so I'll do that now before I forget. Put those up there. And just a special mention to Deedon.
Screw you.
Screw you.
You son of a bitch.
We all brought you in, and yeah, so we do not appreciate you at all. We'll head over to Mitch for the player of the week, though, someone who does deserve some praise.
Does he though? because of this guy, it ruined Connor Watson being player of the week. And that really breaks my heart. So
Why would we want Connor Watson, Mitch?
Well, I'm sure we'll get to that a bit.
Alright. Let's talk about the positives,
later.
of course.
So, Villian kicker, I got 2 tries. No, joking. It was a great effort. 2 tries, 2 offloads, 1 line break, 10 tackle breaks, 26 tackles, 150 run meters, 92 points, and 1 saved ass. So,
Some great stats. Great stats.
How much is a saved ass worth in points? Sorry,
I think it's worth about 20.
Oh, cool. I was calculating in my head. I'm like, that just doesn't add up.
Thank you, Kickout. I owe you my life. So that's the NRL Fantasy Guru Player of the Week. We'll head over to Red for everybody's favourite segment.
Well, it's not the only one anymore, so I'm not really sure if it's the favourite. It
Well,
feels like
tell us.
Yeah, tell us, because I think like Alex tried to steal it with Stardom Ship'em or whatever
That's
crap you came up with. We've got another good
It's
one
got
on
the cut
hand,
this
which I
week.
really like. Actually, like mine and Mitch's favourite segment. So we'll see. Anyway, Wall Street, welcome. Buys, sells, stock, up, down, all that good stuff. And we're going to go with sell. Do we have to go with sell this week because someone screwed up, or no? Let's talk about that first. Let's talk about that. So we talked about a saved ass being worth 20 fantasy points, apparently. Alex, last week.
Who was your buyer beware?
Who was that?
Alright, I said Connor Watson. And
Ooh, he was good.
Yeah, 84 I think he got.
yeah, and he looks...
Is that a good score?
It's
That's pretty good,
fantastic
right?
score. It's a fantastic score.
Wow.
And I apologise to those who listen to me, but I think by now you don't. So it's your own fault at this point if you listen to me. So I actually thought, are we going to give me a pick this week?
I'll give you one more chance.
No, we will give you a chance, but and
Alright.
we're going to make you go first here. But this is like class, you know, so you have to like repeat the grade. You can't go past buyer beware until you actually get a good one.
Okay, well I got a good one.
All right, so go first. Let us know who you got.
I'm going after the player of the week.
He saves your ass and you go after him. You're out of this fucking world.
Kick out. I'm getting my stats here.
We just heard.
Buyer
this.
beware. Kick out. What was his stats again? 2 tries, 10 tackle busts, all that good stuff. He's on the Who's Hot list. People are bringing him in. They liked what he did. He's very cheap. $5.72 for an 80-minute second rower. Very nice. Buyer beware. Why would you ask that?
Oh.
Alright. So, in 3 games this year, Kickout's got under 30. 2 of those games he played 80, the other one he played like 66 minutes. So he's got under 30 points. The only games he's gotten over 50, he scored a try. And there was even one game where he scored a try and didn't even get over 50. So he's one of those players, he's real hit and miss. He's got none of that fantasy consistency that you look for. So I just think, when I saw him in the Who's Hot list, people are obviously bringing him in. He looks tempting, but yeah, buy boy.
Guys, bring him in.
Do I look like a man with confidence?
Bring him in, make him captain.
I
know I have.
Could we have a repeat for player of the week? Shit, he's looking pretty good. Kick out.
Yeah. First time double up.
Yeah, we've never had that. That'd be amazing.
I'm gonna check with Sportsbet what the odds are on that.
Yeah. Jeez, if we weren't playing overall score, I'd bloody bring him in.
So if you haven't tuned it up by now, then I've certainly almost sealed it.
Yeah,
Close
cool.
tab.
Alright, cool. So now we've got the rubbish out the way, we're going to go with the good stuff, buys and sells. Mitch.
I'm gonna go buy.
Going to get by.
Yeah. He came back from injury, saved the Dragons, Corey Norman.
I like him.
I was a bit, trying to find someone to replace Dearden. And I was going between like Milford, Corey Norman, Connor Watson can get up there with DPP, but Corey Norman's the man. 611,000, average for the season's 47, provides round 6 coverage, as well as that, come round 16, Ben Hunt's going to Queensland, he's doing everything. And I think he's just he'd probably keep him in team for the rest of the year.
Yeah, well, I read last week he mentioned Brooks as a buy. I think we all brought him in, and he got 51. So
you can listen to me if you like. You know things.
He was a good buy for halves last week. So maybe I do need Dearden cover now. So I'm thinking Milford, but you make a compelling case for Norman. I didn't know he actually averaged 47 points a game, so that's very impressive.
No, he's very good. I actually already have him in the team with the 4 trades that we've got going on. He's already in there, and hopefully a few more field goals.
Yeah.
Snap 2 game winner field goals already this year, and got him. If they don't blow out teams like they did last Monday, then might come back down to that again. They're 5 points. They're great. So, Corey Norman.
Well, if he keeps that consistency up, he won't be that cheap again. 600.
No. As well as that, you gotta remember he only played a half against Parramatta because he fractured his skull. So
his eye socket couldn't blow his nose and pop his eye out.
So he was already on 41 at half time in that game. So he could have only gone up. So
that's good for us. Yeah, no, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good pick.
And I'm going to do sell. So I'm going to talk hooker. We sold Mitch Rain last week. And I'm calling good sell on there. I'm calling good sell.
Yeah, it was
very good.
put your hand up if you didn't sell him.
After you said it was sell.
You had injury troubles.
I had no halves. Adam Reynolds and Ash Taylor both went down.
That was a disaster.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to say sell Reed Money. Now, a couple of episodes ago, we did talk about it, the potential of Rain going to the bench. And I said the next week after that, I'd sell both of them. Didn't have the option because of Reynolds. But if I could have, I would have sold Reed Money last week as well. So definitely selling him this week. He's at a very, very good price. Doesn't play around 16. There's a break even of 53. And he got 35 last week, playing 80 minutes. They've got the Broncos and the Raiders coming up. Now, there's some pretty good teams that can bust through the middle, which is going to be missed tackles for that young man.
Yeah, just like missed tackles.
Yeah, and then the reason why I'd sell him is you've got 4 trades to work with. Now, there's really good players that you can actually bring in instead. You've got Cameron McInnes, Cameron Smith, and Jake Turpin. Now, I put him in there as like a one-off, but because he's that cheaper option. So if you needed to make money, go with Turpin, because McCulloch's still coming off the bench. Turpin played amazing when he had to fill in for Dearden.
How good did he look?
He was so good. Great kicks, great prowess of the pass. He was fantastic. So I think that he's definitely made claim to somewhere in that team. So he's definitely going to make you money. So if you need to go cheaper, Turpin. If you want the big guys, McInnes and Smith. And at 645k, there's a lot of options out there with 4 trades.
Just agreeing with what you said, I do agree with Reed Money. He's out of my team this week. But with Turpin, I think there's other better, cheaper options at a hooker. If you do want to replace him with another hooker, you got Kenny from Panthers.
Who doesn't play around 16?
Doesn't play around, but there's head-to-head players out there too. So,
There are, okay.
So Kenny, he's got a super low break-even this week. Barrels is another one for Roosters if he's named on the bench this week, but I think he'll slot back in.
I don't know.
Bradley's better.
I think Bradley actually looked amazing coming off the bench. I think that he would have been better being at lock.
Yeah.
I think he's a hooker position in fantasy, but he was playing great at lock.
I really loved it. That's one spot at the moment. Obviously, we know there's superstars galore. The Roosters are missing a host of players for injury and Origin, but I think that's one area they've lacked since Friend's gone down. Bradley, he's got good service, but I just don't think he's able to control the game from the middle
definitely not.
So,
well, Barrels, he played 76 minutes last week, so I think he might be an
It's
option,
an
but
option,
he's end of the week, so but Kenny's probably a safer option there. But
I just don't think he's established himself well enough as a team of superstars.
Yeah.
So
But we
either way.
Anyway,
But yeah, so sell Reed Money. Get
selling
out of there. I would.
Yeah.
I did.
he's next week for me.
Oh.
Always a week behind.
Yeah. Bloody bridesmaids. Cool. You know what that does? Wraps up Wall Street.
Yeah, actually
I just did it really quick that time. Mitch just gets here now. He's established himself as a no motion guy.
he has it under the table ready to go from the side of Wall Street, and then he just
Scrape it up there.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
So that wraps up Wall Street. We'll head over to Mitch for the injury report. Do we have any this week?
It's long.
It's long.
Oh, really?
We're back to the old days.
Alright, we'll kick it off with Jaden Brayley. Bit unfortunate, probably going to lose his position long term to his brother. But he's only going to miss one week for a knee injury. Kevin Proctor, 4 weeks for an eye socket. Dearden. 5 weeks with an ankle injury. Get better, mate.
They're saying syndesmosis for that. Yeah. That's a huge, 4 to 10, I think.
Yeah.
That's a big range.
Well, I've still got him on team, so hopefully he does get back for that
Yeah.
Origin game.
Let's hope so.
Alex Glenn going to miss a week for a knee injury. Joe Offman-Galway hurt himself in Origin. Apparently quite a deep cut. He's looking at about 4 weeks out.
Really?
Yeah. Jordan McLean, it looks like it's going to be long term, but they haven't quite determined the full extent of the hamstring yet.
He was playing very good.
He was. Mitch Dunn, shoulder to be determined as well. Benji Marshall and Mahe Fanua, they're late mails, so if you got them for some reason, stay on top of that. Tom Burgess, 2 weeks. Sam Burgess, 4 weeks. David Clemmer, this sad one, broke his wrist in Origin, looking about 4 weeks, so we'll miss Origin too. Adam Reynolds, indefinite with his back injury.
Probably wouldn't have brought in Dearden if he didn't go down, so
Yeah.
that would really burn me.
Yeah.
And Ash Taylor on compassionate leave, so that's a bit indefinite at the moment. I've had a few people ask about him, and unfortunately, it's not much to know.
So, well, there's a whole injury report without any mispronounced names, I think. So,
Hey.
well done on that. So that wraps up the long-ass injury report. We'll go into some Q&As. You know, I could throw some at you. What we'll do is we'll start with one from Eli.
Eli Manning.
No, probably not.
He's too busy sucking. At what time do you bring in Tommy Turbo? Do you bring him in at all, fellas?
Look, he's a good option, and probably a bit light in his fullbacks. You got your keepers like your Sheck, Ponga, Teddy. There's a couple other blokes in there. Mansell's actually found a bit of form lately.
He looked really
Yeah.
good weekend. A lot of effort coming out of his own end.
Both Panthers wingers.
But I guess it depends because there's still a chance he's going to Origin. He was there last year when they won it. He's back. Played alright, didn't play great.
He had 5 errors.
For me personally, round 17, or it depends if he heads head or not, but for me, round 17 is when I'd consider looking at him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to wait and see how he goes. He had a really bad week. The good players only allow themselves one bad week. They don't have consecutive bad weeks. So I would definitely hold on him for now, and then we might get a little bit more word on the Origin team. So if he plays game 2, it won't affect us because it's in the split week. Maybe see if he does get selected for game 2. If we lose again, I can't imagine that they're gonna keep the same team. They'll change it up to try and get some guys in there, and I think that could be Tommy T. But if we win, I can't imagine him going into a winning team if he's not there. So I think wait for Origin before you...
At the same time, like, if you are buyer reliant, Manly don't play round 16 anyway, because they played round 12.
Yeah.
So I think for me, best bet would be 17.
Yeah, well, I agree with both you guys. Like Red exactly said, I think if New South Wales won game 1, they would have just picked and sticked.
Yep.
But they didn't, so there could be some bulk changes going for the New South Wales team. All right, and the second question from Brady McBroom. Do you think Pete...
Sorry, what?
That is a great name.
That's a great name.
Say it 5 times fast.
Brady McBroom from Blue.
Brady.
We both know I'm not, I don't have this great
Brady.
hosting ability, and my pronunciation's a bit off. Do you think Pete's would be a good bring-in? Does he go back to playing 80 minutes?
No. I think Rain played too well in his absence to not be in that 17. Unless they're going to find a way to use him in the back row, maybe. He's done, when he was a bit younger, he used to play in the back row for I think it was the Rabbitohs. Other than that,
Yeah, he did.
I wouldn't touch him.
Well, little side note. The only way Pete gets 80 minutes is if Rain's not there. And if I was the Roosters, I'd be getting Rain in there because they don't have a salary cap, so they just buy whoever
Yeah,
they
that's
want.
true.
So they could just pick him up for $1 million a year. And he is a starting hooker.
$1 million a
most-
year?
There's no salary cap.
There's no salary cap, mate. Just get him over there.
I think all the players are on about $1 million a year.
Sounds about right. But no, I think the only way that Pete gets 80 minutes is if Rain's not there. He played way too well, and he is a starting hooker at a lot of other clubs.
Yeah.
The fact that he isn't starting blows my mind. Pete is so injury prone. I wouldn't have him starting.
In saying that, he did play well from 45 minutes last week. He got 39 points, and he is relatively cheap.
I think
That's
I
fine.
think they like Pete's because they're a young team and Pete's provides leadership. Where
Yeah.
they said when it's Garth Brennan said, from more reports from the field, it was too quiet. So
Yeah.
when Pete's there, he's barking orders.
He's a
telling
big
people
talker.
what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why he likes Pete out there.
Because Tyrone Roberts is quite quiet as well. So the halves are quiet people. Their hooker's quiet. Their fullback, whatever.
Bruno's killing it.
Yeah, but he's a young guy as well, so they're not really got like a big talker in there. And they've lost Kevin Proctor. They've lost like Ryan James isn't there. Like their big guys just aren't there anymore.
They have lost leadership.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of a no from us.
It's a
Brady
hard
Brown.
no from me. I'm sorry, but it's a hard no until there's no hooker on the bench.
Especially with round 16 coming up, it's so rich of good hookers.
Yeah, but
You know,
even head to head,
Smith and McInnes. So.
even head to head, like how many hookers do you want in your team? And none of them are Pete's.
Yeah.
Like there's 6 hookers you could have, and none of them are named Nathan Pete's.
No. Just with the if it was 80 minutes, I would consider it.
I feel like we did like 8 minutes on that when we could have done it about a minute.
Well, at least we didn't get injured during it.
All
so
that
better than
information
Nathan
is
Pete's.
thrown at you. Information overload. You're welcome, Freddie McBroom. It's like saying that. All right, we'll head over to the hostess with the mostess for head to head. You're going to do the thing?
Do we do that at the end or do we do it at the start?
I think you
Okay,
did it at
no,
both.
Yeah.
Alright,
Should we do it at the end or do we do it
we're just going to do it at the end now. It's been called out, we don't want to
Alright.
do it because you asked.
We'll kick it off with one from one of our lovely fans. Joshua Garland wants to know, Isan Masters or Bronson Jerry?
Isan Masters.
Is that? That's what you're going to say?
He kicks goals.
Does kick goals. But Tigers don't score tries.
Ha! Touche. No, I think Isan Masters is the better individual player. Bronson Jerry just gets put into space. He did look a million times better when Wade Graham
He
got
did,
out
actually.
there.
Did.
And
yes.
that was when he came alive. So maybe next week, if you ask me, my decision and answer might be a little bit different. But I think Isan Masters kicking goals. I think I don't know what they're doing with their halves with Benji out. So I don't know, but I still think Isan Masters as an individual plays a lot better than Bronson Jerry.
I'll say Masters as well, based on one fact that I'm too stubborn to bring Jerry back in because I dropped him 2 weeks ago, and now you decide to start playing well. You son of a bitch. So, damn you, Jerry. I'm gonna go with Masters.
Yeah, Masters.
Just be different, Jerry.
Why?
Well, he's cheaper. I think he looked amazing with Wade Graham out there. I think he's getting more confident in first grade.
He is getting very confident. Like you could see when he burned. I can't remember who it was on the outside, but
Yeah.
he just showed that little
He-
bit
he-
of pace, backed
yeah.
himself.
And that step off that left foot.
But where's he getting his confidence from? He's got more errors in him than anyone.
Yeah, he's a bit of shocker with the errors.
And he's got hands like feet. He'd be really quick.
He would be. Alright, next one's from Matt Crow. Kenny Bromwich or Isaiah Papali'i?
Oh, I like Papali'i because I know you're gonna go Kenny Rubish anyway. But I actually wanted to bring him in 2 weeks ago. He doesn't really get under 30, so he's a bit consistency for a mid tier. I think Kenny Bromwich has outpriced himself by now, so that's the only reason I'm going against him. Papali'i a bit cheaper. Yeah, I'm going with Papali'i. I think he's a better second row option than Tohu. As a bit of a spanner in the works.
It's more expensive. So fantasy wise, he's better. I'm definitely picking Kenny Bromwich in this one. I did bring Kenny Bromwich in this week. And Kenny Bromwich has got a lot of base stats in him, plays a lot of minutes, and he's got better people around him to get him the ball. Cameron Smith is loving try assists right now. The little one off the right, Kenny Bromwich is going to be the reaper
Is
of
he trying to
that.
be Cook? What's he trying to do here?
Alright, boys.
You're talking about the GOAT, mate. Shut your mouth.
It's spinner time. Wade Graham. He's back now, plays round 16.
Wait, are we taking one of them out?
Or
is it all three?
All three.
Oh. Well, I'm still sticking with Kenny because Wade Graham hasn't even played a full game.
And he's named on the bench still.
But we know I reckon I wouldn't be surprised to see him start this week.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Would he
But
play 80 with Capewell on the bench?
Wade Graham hasn't been a great fantasy player. He's a great player, and he's one guy who could be going to Origin.
Could be.
And another reason why I wouldn't go with Graham, if we start sucking in game 2 and he continues to be a dominant force out on that left edge, I reckon he'll go there. He was there last year, and he looked pretty damn good. Looked good in a Blues jersey. And Kenny Bromwich can't play Origin, so
You're sticking with Kenny?
Sticking with Kenny.
Your
Take that Spanner.
Your Spanner hasn't quite worked. I'm gonna stick with Pali. But, just because I'm not sure if he's 80 yet. If he's 80, I like Wade Graham as a mid-tier sort of.
Because he's pretty cheap. He's in the 500s, isn't he?
No idea actually.
Nice.
I think
He's in the 500s.
Yeah, mid-500.
Alright boys, there's one more. And it's my pick this week.
Ooh, we have a Mitch's pick?
Mitch's pick.
Alright. It better be a winner.
Corey Norman or Anthony Milford.
Well, Milford's in my team as of now. Norman's the one I'm tossing up between, but I'm going to go with Milford. I think with Dearden out, he took all the kick. I think he had 380 kick meters last week after Dearden went down, so he pretty much did all the kicking. And I just think he had those base stats with his attacking mentality that he has. Got to try him, line breaking him, tackle busting him. I'm going Milford all the way.
Corey.
One,
He's just a good bloke. I just like he's just a great bloke. But he has shown really, really good consistency at the Dragons. Minus his injury, he's actually been a very, very good player. Hasn't clashed with Ben Hunt at all. They seem to complement each other almost as good as any halves in the game right now. They look so good when both of them are on the field together. They look fantastic.
Dragons are a whole new team.
100% with him there. Like they had just energy, and like they were interviewing him after the game. And I told him he's a bundle of energy. He wants to get his hands on the ball, which he didn't want to do at Parramatta. He was fighting for the alpha male position rather than just doing his job. And now he's doing his job, and he looks fantastic. 100%. He's in my team as of now. Because I think that at 130k's difference between the two, like it's a huge amount of money between the two, and I think you're getting roughly the same output. So I think Corey Norman, just based on the value itself, takes that one.
I'm going to Corey Norman as well because you said he got 380 kick meters last week, Milford.
Yeah.
That's not many considering your starting half went down after 4 minutes.
That's what I thought. Just as a little extra bonus for him. Base stats.
So yeah, I'm going with Corey. 'Cause Corey is in my team this week.
It's in my team.
Damn it. So is that all? Is that any more spanners you want to throw at us?
Nah, that's it for this week.
Any spanners to dive, dip, dodge, and dive?
Yeah, dodgeball. I like that. Yeah. Rip Tom. Yeah, good bloke.
We'll jump into the league standings. As always, we have the same leader at the NRL Fantasy Guru League. Quaz WSX, still up the top. He dropped a bit of points this week though, so I think people are closing in on you, so be careful. He's got 11,653 overall points, so you are still leading the NRL Fantasy Guru League. And for round 13, leader, we have Fafita the Meter Eater. God, that was a little mouthful.
That's a great name. I like that.
So he got 966 points last week. So you are the NRL Fantasy Guru leader of round 13. Well done. I'm all mumbles today. I can't get my words out.
Mush mouth.
Just for next week, guys, the Gurus are taking a well-earned rest.
We're on holidays.
Woo!
Let's go to Barbados.
It's an international break, but we're not going international.
Oh. Let's go upstairs.
I like that idea. So we're having a week off next week, so don't expect any videos from us. But we'll see you the week after for rounds 15. Yes. And like always, Mitch, what can they do?
Like, subscribe, comment. We love it, guys. Keep the feedback coming.
And that's wraps us.
And that wraps up.
That wraps up round 14 of the NRL Fantasy Gurus.
And we'll see you next week.
No, we won't.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, bye.
Subscribe.